Hello, friends. Welcome back to the video sessions of C. In this video, we about variables and data types. What is a variable? Mathematically speaking, a variable is one which can be assigned a value. In terms of computer science, a variable refers to the memory location which can hold a value. It means variable is going to identify a specific memory location where some value is stored. That's why a variable is also known as identifier. To identify a memory location, we need to give some name. It means we have to give some name. C establishes some rules while giving names to a variable. Those rules are, for a variable, first character should be a letter or underscore. Second rule is a variable name must contain letters, digits, and underscores. It means a variable name can be a combination of letters, digits, and underscores. No other symbol is allowed to be used in a variable name. Thirdly, the maximum length of a variable can be 31st characters, 31 characters. We use more characters in a variable name. All the characters that follow the 31st character in your variable name are ignored. Fourth rule is a keyword. C provides keywords. We'll learn about that in the earlier video. So any keyword should not be used as a variable name. And fifth rule is a variable name must not contain white space. Why? Because a white space is used to separate the words in a sentence. If a variable name contains a white space, your compiler understands that there are two variables, not a single variable. So immediately it prompts an error message when we compile our program. So with these rules, we have to declare variables. What actually declaring a variable means, the declaration of a variable is the process of mentioning the variable name, but not only mentioning the variable name, but also its type. Its type means data type of a variable. What is the data type? We are coming to the discussion of data type. A data type indicates what actually a variable holds. A data type indicates what type of value is allowed to be stored in a variable. There are different data types that C allows us to use with variables to keep track of several values using these variables. Those data types are basically integer data type, float data type, and character data type. Integer data type has three variations: short int, long int, and int. Float data type have different variations: float, long float, double. And character data type has two variations, char and string. With these data types, we can declare a variable. Finally, data declaration or variable declaration. Variable declaration does two things very importantly. Number one, it indicates not only the variable name, but along with the variable name, it indicates its data type. Secondly, and most importantly, also indicates to your compiler the amount of memory that should be allocated to a variable. For example, I am saying int a. Int a means the variable name is a and its type is int, means that the variable is allowed to hold only integer values. It means that I am restricted to give only integer values to be assigned to the variable a. And most importantly, coming to the second point, int a indicates that a 2 bytes of memory should be allocated. To keep track of integer value, the integer variable requires 2 bytes of memory. The character variable requires 1 byte of memory. The float variable 4 bytes of memory. So, along with the type of values that a variable can hold, a data type also indicates the amount of memory should be allocated to a variable. So these two things are clearly specified while we declare a variable. That is the process declaration completes. We have to go forward with the usage of these variables at different points of our program execution. It means that once we complete declaring a variable, we have to assign some values to that variable to variable. Now, what are the different ways of assigning values to a variable? There are three ways, there are three different ways of assigning values to a variable. One, assigning a value to a variable at the time it is declared. For example, int a is equal to 5. While declaring a variable, I am also doing the job of assigning some value to that variable. This kind of assignment at the time of declaring a variable is also known as initial. Second, direct assignment of value to the variable during the program write up as a statement. For example, int a. Okay. Later in our statements, I write a is equal to 10 or a is equal to 20. It means I am assigning some value manually while writing my program. And the third way is dynamic assignment. It means I am not just assigning a value at the time the variable is declared or in any statement I write the program. I am not assigning the value, but I am assigning the value to a variable at the time the program is executed. It means when the program is executed, I am going to enter the value which the program reads and assigns to the variable I am using in the program. This is done by means of scanf function. This scanf function is a built-in function that is available in the stdio.h library file. This is the header file for standard input output. By means of keyboard, I enter the value which this scanf function reads and carefully assigns to the variable A. So these are the different ways of assigning values to a variable. In summary, here we are discussing variables, naming the variables, and data types, and what is the basic purpose of declaring a variable. By this, I end this session. We will meet in the next video with a different concept of C. Thank you.